Alright lads, bit of a cold one today. Boil the jug, make a cup of tea, and get ready for action. Full steam ahead. Power to engines. Incoming lads!
6K out! Off on the left!
I see them. Fire main guns lads.
Must close distance to use torpedoes. 3 kilometers to the right!
Good hit.
Torpedoes to port!
Your torpedoes did not hit, I'm afraid.
I can see that!
Main guns ready. Fire! Nicely done, lads. They appear to have brained themselves into a wall.
He's right aground!
Fire at will. Hammer them, lads.
He heads down! Huzzah!
Action stations, lads. Alright. Time to show these rotters what it means to fight the Royal Navy.
I do love the fact that this thing has masting just in case it needed to use sails.
No, a lot of the old ironclads and even pre-dreadnought sort of phase had that. They're not... A lot of the ones on these destroyers and stuff were not exactly for masts for navigation. They were signal masts, because they didn't have radios to communicate, so they communicated with flags.
Ah, directly ahead.
Nice hit on the torpedoes, sir.
Fire any torpedoes towards the smoke screens. You never know if you might hit something. See how long you can handle that, bitch! Enjoy the torpedoes! Torpedoes to port.
Very nice.
I don't know what take Get close.
You destroyed them with your torpedoes, but you just narrowly avoided them.
I'm going to run aground. Close.
This is like the first battle of Savo Island.
Yes! Continue to tell me about history.
The first battle of Savo Island was the first major naval battle off Guadalcanal between the American Navy and the Japanese. Due to a hilarious series of cock-ups and the fact that the Americans didn't have any night fighting practices, the American fleet was decimated by the Japanese. Now, some would say that firing at this battleship with my shitty Dreadnought-era Crusader guns is stupid. However, in the Royal Navy, taking on ships larger than your own is a honoured practice.
Unnecessarily different calibers of fucking gun.
The French were worse.
Why? The French were worse. How so?
Yeah. There was one like French pre-dreadnought that had, what was it? It had quintenary, so it had 6 different batteries of guns, and each of them were different types.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it had like 127mm guns, it had like 90mm, 75mm, it had 30mm, it had 1-pounder, it had 1-pounder autocannons, and they were a different caliber. It was just, the French were the most fucking retarded in terms of naval guns.
Jesus. Wow.
Yeah, their pre-dreadnoughts were the most stupidly dumb ships in terms of firepower and looks. And tumble home. They had a tumble home hull, which meant the hull got narrower as it got higher up the ship, which was great for making it accurate as a gunnery platform, but it meant it had the most fucking worst stability in the world. And the Russians thought it would be a great idea to copy them and somehow make the tumble home design even narrower, making it worse.
Absolute retards.
Yes, I think the Germans had the best armour because they had the Krupp steel. The British probably had the best overall because they had the most money and they actually had the time to invest into their navy. The Americans, fucking hell, Congress fucked over the American Navy for like 40 years, giving them no budget.
You can't build shit.
And then the things like, oh, we will give you money to build a ship, but it needs to be better than every other ship in the world, and it needs to be on like a third of their budget.
Yeah, I hated that shit so much. When I look at free America's fucking Navy, I want to cry.
You made some decent ships, like the USS Olympia was a great ship for a pre-dreadnought hull.
The USS Olympia. Fuck me.
But then you've got just all sorts of freaking bizarro ship designs. I love the ship with the mass with the compressed air cannons.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. That one was so fucking funny.
Very bizarre class that had cross-deck firing guns. And they had a very interesting history, the Indefatigable classes. Indefatigable herself, her biggest claim to fame was fucking exploding at the Battle of Jutland. For no obvious fucking reason. HMS Australia had a habit of ramming its allies and ending up getting it sent into dock for repairs every 20 minutes. And HMS New Zealand was famous for having unnaturally good luck. It believed it's down to the Maori warrior pendant and skirt the captain was given. So when the HMS New Zealand came to New Zealand, one of the local Maori chiefs gave the captain a unique gift of a Maori warrior's skirt and a piece of ponamu or greenstone pendant. He was instructed to wear them in battle as it would ward him from harm. And unnaturally so, that's actually what happened. It only suffered one hit in its career, which was a glancing hit that took a piece of armour off the turret and did no damage. But was able to survive in war zones where ships around it were getting blown up left and right. For example, the Indefatigable, which was in the same line as it, got fucking exploded. The ship in front of New Zealand and the ship behind of New Zealand got exploded, but New Zealand herself was unharmed. It was very unnatural how resilient she was.
I'm dead, I'm dead. Oh, I dodged it. Finish it!
My guns need to reload. Thank you, allied ship.
Oh, that hurt. That hurt a lot.
I say, I actually hit the ship at 9 kilometers. Good shot.
Give the gunner some tea and biscuits.
Of course. Tea and biscuits all round.
14 main battery guns.
Jolly good. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have...
I can only ever get...
I have 8 guns. That's not...
I can only ever get 8 on target at once.
Yes, because you don't have cross-deck firing for some of the secondary batteries. Signal officer, if you tell me that there are torpedoes to port again, I shall throw your ass into the sea.
Torpedoes to port!
Okay, now you can tell me there are torpedoes to port, since I was just hit by one.
Let's try! You know... Open up all batteries!
I'm engaging a battleship with my cruiser's guns.
He's aiming at me, I can see it. Here's some high explosive for you!
Get closer.
Keep firing!
Penetration, that's better. That's what we want to see. Aim at the waterline.
I will aim for the superstructure and set all the fires. Hurrah!
Well, I say, lads, sinking a battleship will definitely go down in our history books, I say.
Just
So,
like trying to make flee from it.
yeah, so Warspite was due to be broken up for scrap. There was a try to get a petition to make her a museum ship, but they couldn't get the funds, so they decided just to scrap her. And yeah, she broke the 3 tugs that were towing her to the scrapyard, hit a reef and got herself stuck. And then the attempts to get her unstuck resulted in her sinking. And her crew believed that that was the ship itself saying, basically, fuck you, I refuse to go to the scrapyard. Which the crew of the ship... Yeah, the crew of the ship apparently were very happy about.
Good! Like, fuck you guys!
There's actually... It's a very long poem, I don't remember all of it, but one of the crew actually wrote a poem about how the Warspite sank herself. Because, yeah, she was a First and Second World War era ship. Took part in Jutland, you know, fired during D-Day. If any ship deserved to be fucking saved as a museum ship, it was the Warspite.
really, really fucking was. Trying to get up here to help you with these guys.
Oh, I'm pretty much dead, so I'm suicide charging, basically.
No need that Kiwi. We're almost home.
I think it's a miracle I'm still alive.
Yeah,
Although I
because,
imagine
you know,
this
they stopped shooting me.
I say, that's my second ship sunk, and I'm basically dead. How is this happening?
Because I got here.
Yes, I will say most of those kills probably, on the rarely, should be yours. That's the third ship destroyed. I destroyed 4 ships. I thought I destroyed 5. 3.
Congratulations.
Yay. Good work on the guns.